Mercury is officially in micro braids. Mercury is officially retrograde. Mercury stationed retrograde at 4 degrees of Virgo August 4th or August 5th, depending on where you are in the world. Mercury will then backslide into Leo on August 14th, and it will continue its moonwalk until it stations direct at 21 degrees of Leo on August 28th. If you have anything in the early degrees of Virgo or the late degrees of Leo, then you are definitely feeling the Mercury and Gatorade vibes. The retro shade, aka the post shadow, ends on September 11th. So keep in mind that we can still feel some of the retrograde energy during that post shadow period. Once Mercury passes that 4 degree point that it started the retrograde at, we are in the clear. What's the Astro T? Mercury's communication, verbal and written. It's transportation, how we get to where we need to go, planes, trains, and automobiles. Mercury is commerce, buying and selling. Mercury is technology. When Mercury is retrograde, the planetary energy is slowed down. The planet itself is not actually spinning backward. That's an optical illusion. But it's a time where the planetary movement is slower, and as a result, so is the energy. It's a period of reflection and introspection. It's not best to move forward with plans during a retrograde. It's about research and planning. If you can wait to launch projects until after Mercury goes direct, then that is ideal. What are some Mercury retrograde mishaps, miscommunication, technology issues, travel delays, plans changing? Some benefits of the retrograde: reconnecting with old friends, revisiting unfinished projects, old business being completed, lost items or money being found. We love lost money being found. Retrogrades are all about the reflect, reconnect, review, reassess, revisit, reconsider, repair, and recharge. How about relax too? My signs feeling the retro vibes the heaviest are my mutable signs and my fixed signs, because the retrograde starts in Virgo and ends in Leo, especially my Gemini, Virgo, and Leo, okay? Virgo and Gemini are Mercury ruled. The retrograde is also in your sign, Virgo, so you're getting a double shot of the retrograde vibes. Leo, Mercury retrogrades then in your sign, so you feel it too. Mercury retrograde in Virgo could bring some changes and confusions to your work life or your daily routines. It's a good time to review the schedules and habits that you have in place to see what is working and what is not. Virgo is great at self-analysis, but go easy on yourself. You're doing amazing, sweetie. August 14th, Mercury retrogrades into the sign of Leo. This transit may stir up old romantic partners spinning the block. Text your next, not your ex. Or you could decide to revisit a childhood hobby or pick up an old artistic project. It's a good time to reconnect with your passion, your zest for life. Mercury retrograde will connect with Venus in Virgo on August 8th. And X, I know I'm tired of talking about these exes, could reappear in your life. But a reappearance doesn't need to be a reunion. That's your ex for a reason, right, Summer Walker? So reflect on that before spinning the block. Maybe you have a change of heart when it comes to a romantic connection, or there's some kind of financial situation that arises. You might have to redo something that you thought was once a done deal. August 18th, Mercury retrograde in Leo connects with the Sun in Leo. Mercury is Cazimi. That means Mercury enters the heart of the Sun. This is an inferior Cazimi because Mercury is retrograde. Mercury Cazimi is a new cycle for our thoughts, communication, and expression. The Sun is illuminating our minds. Maybe we go back to something that we thought about before. Maybe we change our minds about something that we were so hell-bent on. When the Cazimi is inferior, we're reflecting on our past progress when it comes to our ideas and big plans. There can be some kind of clarity or insight that finally comes to us now. Let's get into the horoscopes. Aries, ready to review and maybe revise your day-to-day routines, Rams? Is there beef with your workmate? Maybe a coworker intentionally leaves you off an email, but before you hit up HR or even try to catch your work op in the parking lot, ask what would a Libra do? That is your sister sign. When Mercury backslides into Leo, you could revisit a beloved hobby from childhood. Maybe the fans ask you to drop the mixtape. Give the people what they want, but after Mercury retrograde. Make sure your exes are blocked on all platforms because they will moonwalk their way back into your life during this time. Wait until Mercury is out of micro braids if you even think about taking back your ex. For real, that's your ex for a reason. Aries mantra from Mercury retrograde: I rekindle my creativity by revisiting old projects. Taurus, what's fun to you, bulls? You could feel called to pick up an old passion like knitting or gardening. It's time to make time for joy. If the kids are driving you crazy because it's summer break, maybe an artistic project keeps them entertained. You could feel like cutting off your situationship, but make sure you are sure before you have the talk. Mercury moonwalks back into Leo and you time travel back to your childhood. This is the perfect opportunity to let go of any grudges against your family. A family member may appear wanting to bury the hatchet. It's a good time to release past hurt. Taurus mantra for Mercury retrograde. Every day is a step towards healing my inner child. Gemini, book your flight to the family reunion, twin. Reconnect with your roots. Maybe a family member pulls up on you out of the blue. You may feel a little nostalgic for the childhood days. Declutter your house and maybe even research a DIY project to take on. Before you start a home improvement project, make sure it's what you really want because Mercury is in retrograde. When Mercury slides back into Leo, watch your words. You're a clever communicator, but maybe the message is not fully being received. It's a good time to rethink how you show up online. Drop the rebrand after Mercury retrograde. Gemini mantra for Mercury retrograde. I reflect on the past, but I don't stay stuck there. Cancer, what's on your mind, crabbies? It's time to release any critical thoughts and low vibe mindsets. We already know the worst thing that can happen, so how about focus on the best thing that can happen? Grab your journal as you're likely to have some great ideas and breakthroughs. When Mercury moon walks back into Leo, it's time to check in with your budget. Are you blowing through that money in your bank account? Maybe the birthday season did you in. You were treating yourself. It's time to get creative and use your creativity to generate more abundance. Cancer mantra for Mercury retrograde. I release old patterns and embrace new possibilities. I love that. Leo, what's up with the budget, Lions? You're like, what budget? It's my birthday. Have you been treating yourself a little too much? Reflect on your financial and spiritual values. Are you holding on to possessions that you no longer need? Decluttering brings abundance. If there's money that is owed to you, maybe it shows up during the retrograde. When Mercury slides back into your sign, it's time to plan the rebrand. What do you want to look like, sound like, feel like? Maybe you've been playing it too small. Drop the rebrand. But after Mercury goes direct, okay, wait until Mercury gets out of micro braids and gets the silk press. Leo mantra for Mercury retrograde. I release all beliefs that limit my financial potential. And so it is. Virgo, revamp your outlook on life, Virgos. Are you being too critical of yourself and others? Mercury, your ruler, is in micro braids, so you might feel a bit frazzled. Be patient as you navigate delays and miscommunications. Double check those emails before you hit send. Roll with any setbacks. As Mercury slips and slides back into Leo, maybe some old mindsets and even old pain resurfaces. Release the past and free yourself. You deserve peace of mind. Yes, you do. Dreams and downloads are vivid now, so pay attention to what comes to you during this period. Virgo mantra for Mercury retrograde. I let go of the need to judge myself or others. Libra, there could be some ghosts from your past that pop up on you, Libra. Memories flood your mind because maybe you haven't processed your feelings around a person, place, or thing. Feel the emotion, then release it. Emotions are energy in motion, so let it flow. Pay attention to dreams because they may bring you messages from ancestors or old lovers. When Mercury moon walks back into Leo, it's a good time to review your friendship circles. Maybe a misunderstanding between the homies happens. See if it clears up during the retrograde. Don't cut a bestie off without first finding out all the facts. Libra mantra for Mercury retrograde. Releasing resentment frees me. Scorpio, what's the close friends looking like on IG, Scorpio? Maybe you need to remove a few of your homies from your inner circle. Or it could be that you haven't been connecting with your friends and you just need to hang out and bond again. On the flip side, you might be thinking of a future that includes a whole new inner circle. When Mercury backtracks into Leo, you're reflecting on your career. Are you still happy in your current profession? Are you passionate about what you do? Maybe you've lost connection with why you even chose this career in the first place. It's time to reconnect with your professional passion. Scorpio mantra for Mercury retrograde. Letting go of what is not right for me will benefit me in the long run. Sagittarius, is that career speaking to your soul, Saggy? Or are you counting down the days until your PTO request is approved and you can hop on a flight somewhere foreign? Or are you tackling those professional goals that you always talked about putting in motion? Maybe you have just been clocking in and going through the motion. Is it time for a new vision? Mercury slides back into Leo and you could be rethinking what you believe and even where your mental attention flows. Is it time to go back to school? You're a lifelong learner, so it could be time for some new education. Sagittarius mantra for Mercury retrograde. All of my past experience will help me transition into a new career, and so it is. Capricorn, what do you believe in, Capricorn? Like, truly believe in. The goat wasn't climbing the mountain to just find success, because on the journey to the top, you realize there's much more to life than accolades and awards. Are you holding on to old mindsets and ideals that are not your own? We know you love tradition, but don't be stuck in the old way of doing things simply because that's the only way you think things can be done. When Mercury slips back into Leo, it's time for you to check in with your fears. Maybe something is holding you back from the growth and expansion that you truly desire. You deserve an eat, pray, love moment, Cappies. Yes, you do. Yes, we do. But maybe you don't think you do. Capricorn mantra for Mercury retrograde: I release all limiting beliefs. Aquarius, are you ready to reflect on your deepest pain and traumas, Aquas? Absolutely not. But maybe some old hurt spins the block in order for you to finally let it go. Emotions don't just disappear, those ghosts are always lingering. Are you trying to control everything, even your feelings and your partner's emotions too? Control is an illusion. When Mercury moonwalks back into Leo, you could revisit a relationship issue you thought was over. Be patient with the people that love you. Give yourself and your loved ones some grace. Humans are messy and emotional. After all, they're not little robots. Aquarius mantra for Mercury retrograde: feeling bad doesn't make me a bad person. All emotions are valid. Pisces, what's up with your baby, boyfriend, best friend, and business partner? Do you need to spend more time with the people you love? Maybe one of your plus ones feels neglected because Saturn has been on your ass and you've been busy working. Lead with your heart when it comes to any one-on-one issues. Speaking of your heart, is it in your daily routines? Do you want to work from home? Do you want to not doom scroll anymore and implement healthier habits like clean eating and exercise? Come up with a plan, but maybe wait until Mercury is direct to implement any new routines and habits. Pisces mantra for Mercury retrograde: I choose people, places, and things that add happiness to my day. Thank you, everybody. The live did not save. And if you were there, my hair actually started to catch on fire, so it was quite eventful. Have an excellent week.